Where do you want to start?
I made, I don't know, nearly 200 transfers. That means 400 have not happened.
You went off in the wrong direction. You're just on this cheap thing, thinking that you were going to make a load of money.
You know me quite well.
Was you focused on margins then, or what?
I think that's a very, very important thing.
Business is not about come in, piss my money up the wall, oh, never mind.
I don't agree at all.
Who's responsible for this disaster?
Santos and Park.
I've got to tell you, I've seen things like that at the zoo in the elephant pen.
The players will be sold anyway. To whom? To agents.
It's not a holiday camp here or some college of further education where, you know, dumb cops come to learn where to make mistakes. Tell me why I shouldn't get rid of you now.
So we are that's what
Who do you think's responsible then, as team leader?
I'm happy to give the responsibility to the referee.
Not a good answer.
If a club doesn't want to sell a player, you can keep him.
I've had enough of listening to you. I'm telling you what the situation is, whether you like it or not.
You're free, absolutely, to do what you...
The thing is that you're full of shit. You're a very, very bad manager. You're a lightweight. You're fired.
I find it a complete disgrace.
Clear off.
Tonight, as the new season gets closer by the minute, we can exclusively reveal Manchester City's newest big money signing.
What more can you tell us?
Well, probably quite a lot more, Julian, since you haven't actually said anything yet. I've just managed to speak to Roberto Mancini out here, and he's confirmed that following the big money acquisitions of David Silva, Yaya Toure and Jerome Boateng, Manchester City have now gone one further by completing a deal to sign Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour. The club have just put out an official press release announcing the news, but I understand out here that Christ has been unhappy in paradise for a while now. According to heavenly sources, he felt he was constantly being played out of position up there, so obviously he was keen to move on to new pastures, and of course the sort of money City were offering him was hard to refuse, even for the only child of him who created us all. Footage has been leaked of Christ perusing his new contract earlier today, and I've been trying to find out when he will actually arrive in Manchester, but the club are keeping things very hushed up, so I've had to improvise slightly. Hello, mate, you're right. I'm a football journalist calling from England.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just calling because I'm trying to find out more about Christ signing for Manchester City, and obviously you guys on the prayer desk have a direct line to the big man upstairs. I was wondering, is there anything, if you could tell me, is there anything in the scriptures that might indicate when Jesus will arrive at Eastlands for his medical?
Not that I know of. The Bible tells us that no man knows the day or the hour.
Right, no worries. I'll try the Man City press office again. I have, however, I've already spoken to several Man City players, most of whom seem quite excited about the club's acquisition of the Messiah.
So, Roque, obviously you look a bit like a beardless Christ. So how do you feel about Jesus signing for City?
Yeah, he's a great player, so he's of course a great strength to the team and to the squad. So I think everybody is going to be very pleased to have him. Everybody knows him, and he's a great player, so he's a great signing for the team.
Amen to that.
However, one player at City who isn't perhaps looking forward to the Son of God's arrival is out-of-favour striker Craig Bellamy, who launched an astonishing attack yesterday on the off-pitch antics of Jesus Christ, or JC as he's becoming known.
You know, I know what JT's like, and nothing surprises me about it, so I'm not going to comment on that guy. I think everyone in football knows what the guy's like, so, you know, that's off the field. But on it, he's an outstanding player.
But all in all, exciting times for City at the moment, Julian.
Now, of course, City's spending this summer is showing no signs of eating up, is it?
No, not at all. In fact, I'm hearing rumours out here that the signing of Christ may just be a pricey bargaining chip in the club's long-term aim to get hold of Real Madrid star Kaká. I think we have some footage of Kaká's press conference earlier today that we can end on.
É por eu dizer da minha fé em Jesus Cristo. Então, da mesma forma que eu respeito o Juca Kfouri como um ateu, eu gostaria que ele me respeitasse como Jesus Cristo, como alguém que professa a fé através de Jesus Cristo. Então esse é o meu pedido para ele, para que ele respeite não só a mim, mas a milhões de brasileiros que creem em Deus e creem em Jesus Cristo.
Harry, just wondering if you'd take any pleasure from giving Roy Hodgson a roundhouse to the head.
Well, yeah, but as I say, I don't even like talking about people kicking players. Not my game, really. I don't.
Ollie, would you enjoy working with the FA as an England manager?
No, not at all. I wouldn't want it. It's quite obscene at times, isn't it? To keep all them happy. I wouldn't want it.
Roy, can you just look at this footage we've been sent from Italy?
Giglioli è un ospite, buongiorno a Roy Hodgson.
Hodgson, che sorpresa. Trattiamolo bene. Sì,
con Umberto Smaila, tutti gli amici di Nuova Stadio, anche da parte del mister Roy Hodgson. Buongiorno.
Oh, è stata la tragedia, è stata la prima rovina dell'Inter.
No, Mosca è un ospite, trattiamolo bene.
È stata la prima rovina dell'Inter.
Però ride lui, Però la prende bene.
Applauso anche. Ma Hodgson ride.
Saluti, ecco, bene.
Tanto saluti.
Domanda, Mosca.
Hodgson, io le faccio i complimenti perché lei mi deve spiegare ancora adesso perché lei ha fatto mandare via Roberto Carlos.
Pure. E Hodgson cosa dice?
Giustamente gli girano le balle. Così, come doveva prenderlo? E beh, cosa?
Can you explain why you signed Paul Konchesky?
I don't need to.
I think you do. Harry, most people describe Roy Hodgson as a lovable gent, but do you think he's actually a cockney geezer like you deep down?
Oh, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, I've always thought he's a lovable gent.
Well, a lovable. Was he lovable? What?
Gent.
Is he? Oh. I mean, yeah.
We've just been handed this photo. Is this really you as a kid?
Okay, Wayne, thanks for joining us. Oh, actually, so you've got a bit of ketchup on your lip. No, you've just sort of wiped it onto your nose now. Yep, got it. Gareth, many of the ball boys at the Ukraine game were hideously ugly. Was that off-putting for you as a player?
Yes, it can be a bit of a worry when they're hitting the pitch, if you like. The number that came on in the goal area around Rob Green it can be a sort of a health issue, if you like. So it's going to be something that you don't really want happening, especially in big games like that.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, obviously, this is just off the top of my head here, but maybe you could create some sort of system whereby if a player spots a ball boy who's less attractive than, say, Gary Neville, he's allowed to punch him in the face immediately. Do you think that would work?
Yeah.
Wayne, I had this idea when I was interviewing Gareth Barry about players being able to slap unsightly ball boys. Sepp Blatter liked it, he's been talking about it on the news today. Basically, if they're uglier than Gary Neville, you can hit them. What do you think of the idea, Wayne?
You know, obviously, I've seen it today on the news, and I don't know. It's obviously it was a FIFA, I think, who were talking about it, so it's their decision. So there's not really much to talk about yet unless a decision gets made.
Fair enough. Cheers. Michael, David James has got a ridiculous haircut again. Is it difficult not to openly mock him during training?
Yeah, it's a challenge, but it's what you expect.
Gary, David James's hair is just so stupid. Is there a sense of competition amongst the squad as to who can come up with the funniest insult about it behind his back? Or do players just sort of try and ignore his ludicrous hair and focus on the games themselves?
Yeah, it's weird because when you come here, people just get on with the games that are coming up in front of them. It's not really spoke about too much amongst the players. But everybody, yeah, there is definitely a sense of competition, definitely.
Now, Fabio, it was reported in the international press recently that your favourite part of France is Toulouse. Can you quickly confirm for us whether this is true?
No. I don't like to lose.
Oh, right. Right, well, Mark, congratulations. It must have been nice to see Liverpool beat United last Sunday.
Yeah, it was a great day for everybody connected with City.
Phil, you sold your beard on eBay recently. How much did you get for it?
The financial aspect is out there as an undisclosed fee, and it'll remain that way.
I'd suggest that you look like an idiot with that beard.
You can suggest what you want.
Yeah, I just did. Your laces are undone, by the way. Harry, there was a vicious rumour recently that you're actually considering giving David Bentley a game.
No, nothing there. It was nothing. That was never going to happen. I don't think that was speculation. Certainly, as far as I know, it was never a goer.
He is shit, isn't he?
Yep.
Didn't he even say he'd play in goal?
Yeah, there was nothing there. I've said many times, you know, I think David's an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper, but I've got two terrific goalkeepers here, so it was never going to be a possibility.
That's probably for the best. So, Arsene, would you like to slap Gary Neville?
Who wouldn't?
Phil Neville, maybe? So, Alex, would you like to slap Gary Neville?
Silly question, gets no answer.
Arsene Wenger didn't think it was silly, actually.
I'm not answering it. Nothing to say about it.
You would, though, wouldn't you, deep down?
Well, I'm not answering it. We're at a press conference for a game tomorrow.
Oh, fuck the game. This is more important.
OK, good night.
Good night. It's 3 in the afternoon. Nemanja, you'd slap Gary, wouldn't you? If you leave the table, it means yes. So Phil, the Fun Fair was in town yesterday, and it was reported that Craig Fagan was the only player you actually allowed to go on any of the rides.
No, that wasn't the case. Obviously, there were a number of strikers out there that were on the merry-go-round.
Do you fancy a quick pint, Arsene?
Of course.
Great. Actually, I just need to grab my jacket. Have we got time?
We have no time.
Right, Kevin, it's a terrible day for Ireland. You must be utterly distraught. Jedward out of X Factor. What's the feeling in the dressing room?
I think there's outrage in there. We're definitely not happy. We're so disappointed the way it's finished. We feel it's very unjust and a bit of a disgrace, really.
Yeah, I can understand that, yeah.
Right, Pro Evo is actually much better than FIFA. Don't you think someone should do something about that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but me and you aren't going to do it, are we? Me and you aren't going to do it. FIFA are going to do it. You ask me the same question every few months.
Yeah, I know.
What me and you going to do about it?
Giovanni, just a quick question about cranberry juice. Would you say it was bitter or sweet?
Un'ingiustizia simile nel calcio in passato.
This for me is a bitter.
Great, thanks. So, Roy, is adultery a bad thing, do you think?
Yeah, of course. Nobody wants to cheat. Which phone is that?
Sorry, that's mine, sorry.
Why don't you turn it off?
Just wait for the chorus, Roy, honestly, it's great.
You just got to let it ring?
Just until the chorus, Roy, like I said.
Oh, right, that's good, man.
So, Giovanni, moving on to cranberry juice now, would you say it was bitter or would you say it was sweet?
Se fosse stato un giocatore irlandese che avesse toccato la palla di mano, lei avrebbe chiesto al giocatore di ammetterlo.
1 second ago I answered this.
Sorry, man, my mind's elsewhere.
What do women carry lipstick in?
I don't know. Handbags maybe, I don't know.
Yesterday, after 10 minutes, they always said they disappoint and some players cry also. Okay, I said...
Sorry about that.
Okay, now, after this night...
just wait till the chorus,
because, think about...
Thierry, you slept with my girlfriend earlier today.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose, so... sorry.
Daniel, bad times at Liverpool at the moment. Can you explain in plain English what's going wrong with the club?
Jamen, det er ikke noget nyt. Jeg fik et spark i mandagens kamp, og han stor blodindsamling derinde. Og det var lige på vippen, om jeg skulle spille eller ej. Og jeg prøvede så, og det var ikke helt godt, men jeg kom der igennem de fleste minutter.
Well, luckily I did Elvish at GCSE, so I got most of that. But for the benefit of our viewers, do you think you could express your frustration with Liverpool's start to the season in the form of a sound?
Jamen altså... Det kunne have været bedre til tider.
But seriously, Daniel, what the is going on at Anfield?
Det var ikke mange, det kan jeg godt sige dig. Men jeg ville spille den her kamp. Det var en utrolig vigtig kamp for os at gå videre i den her turnering. Det var målet, og det var det vi skulle. Og så vinde 3-0 på hjemmebane, det er jo fint.
Fingers have been pointed at Roy Hodgson. Is your finger one of those fingers?
Jamen, det var et godt hold, vi spillede mod. Det så vi i første kamp, og det synes jeg også, vi så i dag til tider. De spiller godt fodbold, men vi har scoret målene, og det er det, der tæller.
Actually, I think when he's rapping, Clint Dempsey likes to be referred to as Deuce.
Det håber jeg. Det er svært at sige nu.
Okay, I'll pass that on. Roy, any comment on that blatantly fake Daniel Agger interview?
No comment on that. That's par for the course, basically, for me. It happens a player a player's not in the team, he does an interview on the television with his national television. The people then take some answers and put different questions to the answers, and suddenly there's a problem and the boy is very, very upset. That's par for the course for me. I would expect that.
Yeah, it must be infuriating when someone clumsily re-edits a video interview with you to take something you've said totally out of context. What do you think of Liverpool, by the way?
Liverpool are the worst team I've ever seen. There's no chance we'll ever win a football match again, and Daniel Agger is absolutely hopeless.
Oh, appreciate your honesty, Ray. Thanks. Over the past couple of weeks, Chelsea centre-back John Terry has been at the centre of a media scandal that's seen him stripped of his England captaincy. We sat down with the troubled defender 2 days after the story broke to get his take on events. So, John, it's been 2 days now since the tabloids revealed allegations of your affair with Wayne Bridges' ex. What did you do the night before the story came out?
It was quite late by the time I got home to Essex. It was probably about 12 o'clock anyway, so just went home, went to bed, and woke up the next day and quickly rushed to the shop to get the papers and see my name in the paper.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? I understand you actually saw Wayne Bridge in the shop that morning buying the same paper, and he didn't even say hello to you. Is that right?
Yeah, no, he did. He ignored me.
God, it's so rude. Well, then what happened?
As I walked away, he kicked me up the backside.
Whether Terry's backside was seriously harmed remains unclear. What is certain, however, is that this scandal has been a long time coming. This footage from Soccer AM 3 years ago shows Terry giving a surprisingly frank answer when asked how many of his teammates' girlfriends he'd already picked up in bars by the end of his first season at Chelsea.
It would have been about 11 or 12.
11? 11? Until he still thinks he's got a chance of being picked up.
I do. Just 4 months later, we bumped into Terry on a flight to Euro Disney, where he told us of his teammates' horror when he revealed to them during a match that he was planning to take most of their wives out for dinner on Valentine's Day.
And sort of the younger players around me were saying at half-time, you can't do that. And I was like, well, why not, you know? Terry's
extracurricular activities came as something of a shock to former manager and Baron von Greenback impersonator Avram Grant, seen here being interviewed by us back in 2008. What do you think of JT carrying on with his teammates' lady friends?
Arsenal what?
JT, look, he's kissing your wife right now, look, there.
Oh.
I can't believe you didn't know. I'm sorry, man.
No communication in Chelsea.
As time passed, Terry became more and more comfortable with discussing his off-pitch pastimes during interviews. So, John, you've slept with one of Wayne Bridges' ex-girlfriends, but he's had a few, I'm sure. Do you think you'll ever get to 5 or maybe even 10 of Bridges' former partners?
God, I'd certainly like to think so. It's a great milestone to get to. You know, David Beckham's very close.
David, do you think you can bed 10 of Wayne Bridges' ex-girlfriends?
We'll see.
The scandal rumbles on, and how it will end remains to be seen. For Terry's last word on the subject, however, we return to the plane. John, not many people would have the sheer nerve to conduct themselves in this way. How do you manage it?
I think it's one of them things, you're either born like it or you're not, and thankfully I was blessed with that.
Last week, Aston Villa striker Emile Heskey announced his retirement from international football after a really impressive 7 goals in 62 appearances for England. Reaction to the news was mixed. Some fans, like these who gathered in Manchester city centre to await the official announcement, seemed fairly pleased to learn that Emile had thrown in the towel. Others, like these spotted on the streets of Reading 2 hours after the story broke, appeared positively euphoric.
I've waited so long for this.
At a press conference the following day, Frank Lampard was eager to clarify exactly how Heskey's announcement would affect the England squad. So Frank, you broke it to Rob Green last night that with Emile gone, he is now officially the biggest laughing stock in the England team. How's he taken the news?
I think he's coping. You know, it's obviously very disappointing for him, to say the least. I think we all feel that for him as a group as well. I spoke to him last night briefly. He wasn't around much after we sort of heard the news in the afternoon, and I went in his room and spoke to him, and you know, he was sort of laid up and very down.
Yeah, I bet. England boss Fabio Capello seemed equally pleased when we informed him during the recent World Cup that Emile was considering packing it all in. So Fabio, the team have just been told Heskey may retire soon. Is that a good thing?
Yes, we don't go forward because the mind now is free, without fear, without everything.
However, while the news of Emile's withdrawal from the England squad was greeted with ecstatic tears and soaring champagne corks in this country, international reaction has been muted. Brazilian goalkeeper Julio Cesar wept openly during this interview in South Africa as he outlined why Heskey's retirement could spell trouble for him in future.
É um resultado que ninguém esperava, com certeza, porque a gente vinha citando sempre que o grupo estava bastante confiante, aquilo que vinha fazendo ao longo desses 3 anos e meio, o grupo estava bastante unido. Mas futebol tem dessas coisas, eu acho que nessas horas a gente tem que saber reagir, o mundo não acaba, a gente sabe que a confiança do torcedor brasileiro era muito grande. Eu acho que...
Over in Bulgaria, perpetually misfiring Man United star Dimitar Berbatov was equally concerned that Heskey's announcement would prove detrimental to his own career.
Може би те, които играят в чужбини, така или иначе, нали, обстоятелствата ги принуждават да научат.
Да, това е едно. Когато ти еш чужбина, например, той колко 4 езика говори? 5. Той си перка на всички възможни езици. Но той също е запален по тази тема.
Many journalists have suggested that, with Heskey's retirement from international duty, we may see an improvement in his domestic game. That remains to be seen, but David Beckham, for one, isn't convinced. So David, in a year's time, do you think Emil will still be playing football?
Yeah, with the kids in the park, maybe.
Our next caller can introduce themselves. You're live from Stamford Bridge. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, John. John, can you hear me, mate?
Hello.
Hi, it's Mark Hughes. I just wanted to say I love you, John. I'm your biggest fan. No, I'm serious. I'm giving you one more chance to join us. Man City will be a great club next season.
Leave it out.
No, I won't leave it out, John. We'll be the biggest club in the world. You must sign for us. Please sign the contract.
What do you want me to sing?
Not sing, you idiot. Sign. What's the bloody funny? This is not a joke, John. Leave Chelsea and join us.
Sorry, I can't. I think it's... Lamptey, you've killed me.
Forget Lampard, he's way past it. We've got the best players in the Premier League here at Man City. And Craig Bellamy. You're missing out, John. Don't say I didn't warn you. This is your last chance, pal.
See you later. Bye-bye.
See you in hell, John.
I'm a bit shaken.
Right, first question. Do you ever wish you weren't related to Gary Neville?
Sometimes.
At some point, though, Phil, you are going to have to accept the fact that you are related to him, though, aren't you?
Don't want to.
Come on, Phil, just admit it.
Never.
You're sure you won't admit it?
Positive.
When are you going to be ready to say, Gary Neville is my brother?
Never.
Next Wednesday?
Never.
Fair enough. So who'd make a better brother, do you think?
Wayne Rooney.
You can say that again.
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, I didn't mean literally, Phil. Where's Gary least popular?
That's in Liverpool.
You sure they hate him there?
Positive.
They loathe him most in Liverpool?
I think it's in Liverpool, yeah.
And you're related to him? Yeah, I feel for you, mate.
Cut.
Do you like my shirt?
It's lovely.
I'll give it to you if you admit Gary Neville's your brother.
No.
All right, I won't mention Gary again. Just say something about football.
I think it's got to be the best
Phil.
football. I think football's got to be
Phil.
the best.
Gary Neville is your brother. Yep. Come on, let it out. Finally, Phil, is it annoying if I blow this air horn at you?
Probably is, yeah.
Steve, take a look at this incredible footage we got of Fergie recently.
Yeah, I thought it was a sending off. I thought it was a red card. I thought it was a naive tackle by Nani. He's not a malicious player, as we know. The red card, no argument at all.
Alex Ferguson agreeing with the referee. What do you make of that?
Well, it's one of them bizarre incidents which will be played in all the quiz shows and all the rest of it for years.
So, Alex, not trying to stir anything up here, but if you have a look at this footage of Mourinho, it appears as if he passes wind during this press conference.
Frank Lampard, Joe Cole, Drogba, Igor Johnson.
A fart, Sir Alex, or something more?
Well, I've just seen him, and I think he has followed through.
But Rafa, you burgled Martin O'Neill's house yesterday. Did you get anything good? Yeah, that is pretty good, actually. Do you think he's actually noticed that they're gone?
I don't know.
Yeah, I notice you're not wearing your usual glasses today, Martin.
What do you mean?
Nothing at all, nothing at all. Just should probably have a chat with Rafa at some point. Steve, what are your thoughts on this burglary? I mean, there is a rule against stealing people's personal property.
Well, I think you have to be pretty sad if you know that rule.
Well, you've met Sam Allardyce. Are there any positive things to say about him?
Well, I've got to believe there are.
I've got to believe there are. I mean, but once again, I understand the more sceptical people are going to be saying, you know, he's saying that, but we see no evidence of it. But I'm entitled to believe, and I will continue to believe, and I will continue to be optimistic.
Rafa's got your glasses, Martin.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah, right. Okay, Ria, thank you for joining us. I know it's a tough time for you at the moment. How are you feeling right now?
Blue.
Yeah, people are being quite mean to you at the moment. How many people out of interest have been mean to you so far this morning?
8.
Really? God, and it's only 9:30. Who should they be being mean to instead, do you think?
Neville.
Do you mean Gary? Yeah, well, listen, we're already mean to him on a fairly regular basis anyway, so we're going to give him a week off this week, I think. So listen, Ria, we found this footage of you behaving bizarrely in a popular high street tapas chain. Let's take a quick look.
La Tasca, we don't care about the mafia.
La Tasca, we don't care about the mafia. What, if anything, does that mean, Ria?
Don't know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how many beers had you had that night, Ria?
39.
39 beers. And now you're sitting here when you used to be off playing against...
Brazil.
Yeah, them. No, that's a shame. Do you know Capello told us that you're currently his 10th choice centre-back?
How many?
I don't know, 10 I think, I don't know.
Average.
Yeah. Is it alright if I speak to Wes Brown now?
Have to wait and see. Is Wes getting the same questions?
No, we'll ask him about Chevy Chase.
We'll see then.
Right, Wes, what's the best Chevy Chase film ever made?
Fletch?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's Caddyshack.
Oh my God, I can't believe I got that wrong.
No, it's fine, it's alright. You could have said National Lampoon's European Vacation. That would have made you look a right idiot. Seriously though, Wes, moving away from the films of Chevy Chase, one of your teammates is having a bit of a wobble at the moment. Do you know who I'm referring to?
Rio.
That's correct, yeah. Where do you see Rio in, say, 6 months' time?
Bolton.
Really? Bit of an optimist, aren't you? Anyway, Wes, the reason we've got you in is to tell you that Rio's actually out for a month, so there's more first-team football for you.
Get in there.
All right, Wes, he's just standing over there. Right, Mick, we're talking about impressions this week, and I've been told that you actually do quite a good impersonation of Bert from Sesame Street. So can we have a look at that now, maybe? Go for it. That's pretty good, actually, yeah. Well done. What do you think of this? It's a fact.
I think that 27,000 people has the same impression.
How can you possibly notice that many?
I was between these 27,000 people.
Oh my God, that must have been terrifying. Alison, do you fancy giving us your famous Emmanuel Adebayor impression?
No, I don't want to do that because I believe it would be disrespectful to Africa.
Oh, okay, yeah. What about this? We are really disappointed.
27,000 people.
I know, but this is my impression, Rafa.
Yeah, but I am between the 27,000 people.
Well, how can I get mine as good as theirs?
Talk with the other 27,000 people.
You think there's another 27,000?
I have my idea, but, we have to concentrate in the next game.
Okay. Mick, yesterday you showed us regular Bert from Sesame Street, but I believe you've been working on an impression of Bert after he's just enjoyed a delicious meal. Can we see that now, maybe? Oh, that is brilliant, man. That's brilliant. All right, you say something typical and I'll copy it.
Everyone was disappointed because we were very close, but you have to say congratulations in terms of the effort. It was fantastic.
In terms of the effort, it was fantastic. That's pretty good, right?
No, I don't think so.